Ooh, that looks tasty.
Welcome, folks. Today, the Hungry Gamer is back with another episode of the Monthly Menu, and today we're talking about the top 5 games from February 2024. And I have to apologize for this coming out so late into March. I just forgot. I actually had made pretty much the whole list of games that were the most played and all of those things, and I just spaced it. So we're actually quite a ways through March when I am putting this list together. And so because of that, that does mean that my picks for March are going to be a little bit off. However, the good news is that I was doing some pretty intense planning on various games that I was hoping to play, hoping to get played. And so I feel okay about my picks for the month, but if I get them all done, it comes with an asterisk this time. But with that said, as a reminder, what this is all about is literally what games did I play the most last month. In general, I count a physical play worth more than a digital play, and I only count digital plays if I played it in real time. I was talking to somebody on Discord or Zoom or something while we played. If I didn't do it like that, it does not count. And if it comes to where there's a tie, then I look at the actual play time. So for example, a session where I played one game of Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber would be worth less in a tie than a game of Fractal, just based on literally the amount of time that I played. So with that being said, let's jump right in and start out with the list. Did we play anything? I did not think we would, and no, we did not. So immediately I have failed to do everything I'd hoped to play. Next on the list is Summoner Wars. And yes, I absolutely played that. I played a whole bunch of digital. Now, the digital version of this game is very, very good. And I've played a whole bunch of asynchronous games, but I've also played a bunch of real-time games, and then I've actually played a bunch of games with the physical copy that I have as well. And yes, I did buy a whole bunch of stuff. So needless to say, yes, I did get Summoner Wars played. Next one was Vindication. And now Vindication, as I said, was one of the ones that's on my 5x5 I'm doing. Yes, I did get to play. I was able to put in 2 of the modules and got to experiment with those. And still like this game a lot. Looking forward to doing even more and more because the modules that I used were ones that I had played with before, but as we're slowly kind of building up to all the new stuff. Next one was the one that I said was a gimme, and that was Vast Mysterious Manor. And yes, I played it, took it to the convention, and I just whooped everybody. I played the Warlock, which is probably my favorite, and it was just domination. Nobody was within like 4 turns of winning. And I would say I feel bad about that, but everyone at that table had played before, so I don't feel bad at all. I am the greatest. And the last one on the list was Fractal. And that was another one that I was hopeful. It was almost a gimme. I didn't say it was a gimme because I wasn't totally sure, but I thought it was a gimme because I know that Streamline Matt wanted to play. We were at a convention together, and the game lives with him. And so we were able to get a game, got a co-op game this time, which was very, very cool. I really enjoyed that. And Skippy, designer of Lunar Rush, got to play too, so got Fractal in as well. And very, very happy with getting 4 out of the 5 things played, and the only one not played being the list. Really, really happy about that. So let's jump into the top 5 games that were played during the month. Coming at number 5. Number 5 was Core of Discovery. And that is one that I've been working on a preview for, or actually I've completed the preview, but I haven't been able to release it yet. And that's a new one from Off the Page Games. This is a game that is based on the graphic novel Manifest Destiny, which is about Lewis and Clark if it was fantasy and there's monsters and things like that. And it's very much kind of a Sudoku style puzzle, and you're trying to figure out what is where so you can continue exploring. It's got some really cool toy factor with the way the thing's put together, and you can see a little bit up there, which hopefully is okay with Off the Page, but you can kind of see pulling things off and moving things around. Very, very interesting game. I'm very, very bad at it, but very, very cool game. And it definitely won't be on the list again anytime soon because I no longer have the copy. Number 4 on the list is another one I no longer have the copy of, and that is Galactic Cruise. And this is one that's just all the rage on Kickstarter right now. It is a Euro game where you're basically running a space cruise liner. You're sending the ships out into space and dropping off places. And it's a very clever game. It does some very cool stuff with worker placement and placing it in one location, being able to activate multiple things, being able to use your opponent's stuff, and I enjoyed it. It is a really good game, and I'm curious to see kind of where it goes when it finally does deliver. But very, very clever game, and it's all the rage. And I don't have much more to say about it other than it's all the rage, and there's a reason it's so hot right now, other than they did a masterful job of building an audience and building an interest in the game. But it definitely is a good game, and for Euro gamers, it's definitely one worth checking out. Number 3 on the list was Tesseract, and Tesseract is just one that has got me right now. It is this, well, I've talked about it several times, but it is a crisis management game. You have this cube of dice on Lazy Susan, and you're taking the dice off and rolling the dice and manipulating the dice and trying not to let the world blow up. Just very, very clever. Super cool. Really do enjoy it. Number 2 on the list. It's been a while since I've talked about this one, and that is Merchant's Cove. Now, Merchant's Cove is back on my 5x5. Well, first time done a 5x5, but it's on my 5x5 because I haven't played it that much recently, and it was one of my games of the year. And so I've been getting it back to the table, trying out some characters I haven't tried, trying some of the modules I don't play with very often, and really, really enjoying it. Really reminding myself of why I think this game is so good. So just really happy getting it back to the table. Which brings you to number 1 on the list. And this one is not even close. Summer Wars. I played so much Summer Wars in February. It's ridiculous. I've slowed down a little bit, but you're probably going to see this on the list again at some point this year, and it's almost guaranteed that it's going to be the most played game of the year for me. I play it a lot. Such a good head-to-head game. Really, really enjoy it, and I'm worried about my wallet because I'm going to keep buying stuff. So that brings me to the picks for March, and as I said, it's a little bit unfair, but I've tried to go back and kind of look at my big list of things I was thinking about putting on there, and the long distance planning that I was doing, and I'm feeling okay about this one. So first off, my first pick is obviously the list. My wife has passed her test, done all the things, so we're hoping we have a little more time to get some games off of that. Next one is a game called Illiterati, and this is one that I have had for a long time. I backed it on Kickstarter. It's this co-op word game where you are sharing these letter tiles, trying to make words, trying to fulfill these requirements on the books that you have, and at the same time the illiterati are burning books and they're attacking you and taking away your letters, and I've just wanted to play. I've been hoping to get it to the table for like a year now, but this is one that I decided I was going to take with me when I went to Canada, and you know what, if I can plan to take the dumb thing to Canada, then I'm okay with saying it was on the list as something I was hoping to play last month. Next one is the Plum Island Horror. Now, this is one that GMT was kind enough to send me because it was the hotness for a hot minute when it came out. And it is another crisis management style game, which I really, really like. And I don't love horror, but I've heard how good it was. And so I'm hoping to be able to get this to the table. And full disclosure, I have not played this in March at all. So we shall see what happens. But I did play it back in February when I first got it. And so I am intrigued by it. I need to get it back to the table so I can eventually do a review of it. So Plum Island Horror, hopefully that'll happen. Next one is Boo-Roo. Boo-Roo is one from Crafty Games that's just this cool bidding system, and I just really like it. And I didn't have a great play of it at the convention in February, and I just want to get it back to the table again and just try it out. I want to introduce my wife to it, see how. So that is Boo-Roo, and then the last one is this one again. I know I've already played, but we planned this one way back in January. We planned that we were going to play this. Again, it's late in March when I'm recording this, and that is Dungeon Alliance. My wife and I are playing through one of the adventure packs together, and it's been a long time since we got to play, and so we have planned that we were going to take it to this trip we were going on, spend the day, and just play this game. So Dungeon Alliance is the last one on that list. Now, this is the part where I talk about the channel membership, but I'm also going to talk about very briefly a new sponsor that I have, and that is Noble Knight Games. And they are an online retailer. There is actually a physical store somewhere. I don't know where it is, somewhere in the middle of the country, I think. But they do business in new and used games. You can sell them games for, a portion of what it's worth, and you can buy used games for less than you would buy it new. Of course, They do out-of-print games, and then, the prices on those are what the market determines, all that kind of stuff, you know what it is. However, they reached out to me and asked if they could sponsor me, and I said, okay, what does that mean? And what it means is they're going to give me some credit that I can use on games. Now, I was excited about that because a lot of times games that you all want me to cover might not be in print. Well, this is a place that you can get those games, but out-of-print games tend to be pricey. So basically, it's a way that I can do more of that. So I was excited about that. And then kind of in return, I will tell you that they're my sponsor, and I have an affiliate link, which means if you are looking for new or used games, definitely used games, go through that link. If you make a purchase, then they send me as credit a percentage, which again goes back into me getting new games. Now, you don't have to do it, but I will say that I have made purchases and sold games in Noble Knight Games several times in the past 4 years or whatever it is since I've been doing this channel, so I've used them myself, so they're worth checking out. There's a link down in the description. If there's any games you're interested in, go check it out. Maybe they have it, maybe they have a good price. Now, that brings me to the real meat and potatoes that I really care about, and that is the channel members. As always, thank you so much to the channel members. You can see them kind of going across the screen at the bottom. I always do this the wrong way. They're going one way or the other. Maybe I think it's this way, maybe. I think they're going this way. But thank you so very much to everybody who is a channel member. Even just the 99 cents a month level, it actually really helps me. It's part of the reason why I was able to go and do Breakout Con in Toronto. Is why I'm going to be able to. That's not fair. I would probably still go, but it makes it easier for me to go to Gen Con. I'm already looking at possibly another upgrade to my sound equipment, and that's helping me get there. So I really, really appreciate it. You can get in and be a channel member for just 99 cents a month. What that's going to get you is my eternal thanks, a thing on the bottom on the monthly menu, and it's going to allow you to occasionally get an advanced view of some videos. Next level up, which I think is $5 a month or so, that's going to get you my eternal gratitude. It's going to get you the occasional advanced viewing. It's going to get you more advanced viewings, because sometimes I'll do something that I only release to the main course or higher, and also get you access to the mail call, which is something that I do every so often. As games come in, I'll just tell you my initial thoughts on them, raw, unedited, and you get access to that. And then there's the highest level, which is the 3-course menu, which you get everything above, and you also will get to play a game with me on whatever digital platform is your choice every month. That might be a game you just like, that might be doing some kind of demo of something, whatever, up to you, we will do it. But most importantly, I really appreciate it. I do put a lot of time into this. Now, I enjoy doing it a lot. But it is a lot of time, and so I greatly appreciate those of you who are able to support, and if you're not, just for being a subscriber and watching, that's great too. So, there you have it, folks. That is the monthly menu, very, very late for February 2024. As always, if you found this video useful, please like, subscribe, share, maybe become a channel member. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.